Hello, future engineers. There is a video in fluid mechanics and hydraulics, particularly on the properties of fluids. I consider deriving formulas for forces, torque, and power to shafts engaged in a sleeve or bearing and the torque and power required to rotate that shaft. And uh, the torque and power required to rotate a disc on parallel plates. So here is the problem. So derive formulas for the following. Letter A, force required to drag a circular shaft at a uniform or constant speed of u meters per second if the gap y between the bearing or sleeve of length L is filled with a Newtonian fluid of viscosity mu or mu. Torque and power for the shaft to rotate at a constant angular speed of omega. Constant angular speed. Then torque and power for a rotating disc on parallel plate, and torque and power for a rotating disc of annular area. So it is related to C. So for the first part, this is the figure. So we have here the circular shaft, diameter D, the length of contact with the sleeve, or this may be bearing mechanism. So L, the thickness of the fluid or the distance between the gaps or surfaces filled with this Newtonian fluid is denoted by capital Y as shown. So this is the force that is required to push or drag this shaft. So the movement is along the contact surface. So the resulting uniform speed is u. So from Newton's law on viscosity, shear stress is mu times d over dy, but derivative of this velocity with respect to distance y, but this can be replaced by capital U over thickness y because the fluid is Newtonian. Shear stress, on the other hand, is this drag force divided by the contact area or shear area. The shear area or the surface area of a right circular cylinder, which is this, is circumference because it looks like a rectangle times length. The circumference is pi d and the length is L. So FD over pi dl equals mu, then quantity capital U over Y, capital Y. So from here, we can now derive F sub D, which is pi mu dlu over Y. So that's the drag force, this force here, pi mu dlu over Y. Next, for the end view, so the orange one is the oil. Force is now acting here on the shaft, surface of the shaft, and it will have a moment which is F times radius of the shaft, which is also diameter over 2. So for torque, this is the torque, F times D over 2. F is mu area. The area is still pi dl, although it's rotating here. This is the rub surface area. This is surface area of a right circular cylinder pi dl. Then times u, which is tangential velocity, which is related to angular velocity as w in radians per second times r, where r is d over 2. So F is mu times pi dl, the area, then capital U over y times d over 2. So simplifying, this is pi mu d square L, or pi mu L d square u over 2y. And we replace u by the relationship, this is linear velocity. It is equal to angular velocity in radians per second times the radius, which is d over 2. So if this should be the angular speed in radians per second, if we replace that by omega in revolutions per minute, we must convert that to radians per second. So by multiplying 2 pi radians per revolution, then divided by 60 seconds per minute. So that's why W is omega times 2 pi over 60, and R is replaced by D over 2. So if omega is in revolutions per minute, we are obliged to convert it to radians per second because this should be the angular speed. So revolutions per minute, 1 minute 60 seconds, so that would be revolutions per second, and 2 pi radians is 1 revolution. So that's now in radians per second, omega pi over 60. That's the value of W. Then times D over 2, so it becomes, U becomes pi D omega over 60. So substitute here, torque is pi mu diameter square L, then pi D omega over 60 over 2 times Y, the gap thickness. So torque can now be derived as pi square mu L D cube omega divided by 120 Y. So pi square mu L D cube omega over 120 Y. Then power is torque times angular speed W. And since W we already derive as equal to omega pi over 30 from here, this is W in radians per second, angular speed in radians per second, and we change that to radians per second, but the angular speed is in revolutions per minute. So simplifying this, power equals pi cube mu L d cube omega square over 120 times 30, that's 3600 y. So pi cube mu L d cube omega square over 3600 y. Let's proceed to rotating this. So this is the figure. This is the rotating this. The force is not constant, just like this. So it is changing. So at distance r from the center of the disc, I'll call the force as differential force. It acts over or tangent to this annular area or annular area of radius r and thickness dr. So df is differential torque is df times r, and df is mu. The area is the area of this annular ring, which is circumference 2 pi r dr, times small u, because the angular speed, the tangential speed would be tangent to this distance, not the outer distance, over y. Y is still capital Y, the thickness or distance between the fixed plate and the rotating surface, then times r. So differential torque equals df times r. df again is viscosity times area, shear area, which is this 2 pi r dr, then small u over capital Y for instead of capital U over Y, because u occurs here tangent to this circular ring. Then simplifying, this is 2 pi mu over y r dr times u. 2 pi mu over y r dr times u, and u is omega times W times R in radians per second times R, small r. That's the tangential velocity around or tangent to this circular ring. Since W is equal to, again, omega pi over 30 from this expression here, then we have 2 pi mu over y r square dr times omega pi or pi omega over 30. So simplifying this, dF equals, or differential torque is equal to this dF here multiplied by r. And when we simplify this, we have pi square mu omega divided by 15y, then r cubed dr. So pi square mu omega over 15y, then r cubed dr. Integrating, so we have we have torque equals, so put this before the integral sign, r to the fourth over 4, and our limit should be from 0 to diameter over 2. So pi square mu sigma over 15y, quantity r to the fourth over 4 from 0 to d over 2. Simplifying, r to the fourth d over 2 to the fourth, that's d to the fourth over 16. 16 times 60 is 960. So torque equals pi square mu diameter to the fourth omega over 960 y. Power, on the other hand, is torque times omega, and omega is pi, W rather, is pi omega over 30. So we multiply this by pi omega over 30. Then the formula for power is pi cube mu diameter to the fourth sigma square over 28,800 times y, denominator. Then for annular area, the limits would be outer diameter to the fourth minus inner diameter to the fourth. Outer diameter is 2 times outer radius. We just replace this diameter to the fourth by this expression. Then inner lower limit 2 times r inner to the fourth times sigma for the torque over 960 times thickness y, or distance between the thickness of the gap. Since this is 16 divided by 960, it goes back to 60. So torque equals pi square mu quantity RO to the fourth minus R inner to the fourth sigma over 60 times thickness, where 60 is 16, 2 to the fourth, that's 16 over 960. Then finally, power, we substitute here, replace it by this one, 16 over 28,800. So it goes back to 1,800, I think. So power, pi cube mu quantity r outer to the fourth minus r inner to the fourth omega square over 1,800 times thickness. So where 1,800 is 16 divided by 28,800. So that's it for this video.